Bill the Geek, and welcome to Lake Chapala, Mexico. Do you have teeth? I do. I have to take care of them, and it's very expensive. I'm going to provide you with some information today that's going to rock your world. We're going to blow your mind today on how much money you can save by getting your teeth done in Mexico. I hope you have a diaper on, because this information is going to go all through your nervous system. And I'm going to give you the name, address, and phone number of the best dentist in Puerto Vallarta, Lake Chapala, and Ajijic. I will reveal all of that and more at the very end of this video. If you're a subscriber, thanks for coming back and watching the video. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, because we're going all over Mexico. We're going to Puerto Vallarta, to Guadalajara, to show you the highlights and the wonders of those cities, as well as the mysteries of the pyramids in Mexico, in more videos to come. And if you haven't watched my other videos, I've been in Mexico for 15 years. I lived in Puerto Vallarta for 10 years. I lived in Guadalajara for 3 years, and I've lived here in Lake Chapala for 2 years. I do all of my work online. I teach web development, Photoshop, how to write books for Amazon, how to make videos for YouTube, and you can see the link to my website, sillybilly.com, in the description below. I'm married to Teresa de Anda, and she's a chef. She has 200 videos on the internet in Spanish and English on how to make super food. You follow her videos and you will change your view and taste towards food. I want to tell you about my journey with dentists over the last 15 years, and I'll make it brief because I just didn't know where to find a dentist. And so I'd start from scratch. My father died of cancer about 10 years ago. He had 3 forms of cancer. And so I left Mexico to live with him in his last 4 months of life. And I spent most of my time going to doctors all the time with him. It was in Washington, D.C. So as soon as he passed away, and as soon as I got back to Mexico, I immediately went to the hospital for a checkup. So when I was waiting on my checkup to start, there were 2 Americans from Denver in the lobby waiting for some dental stuff to happen for them. And the lady, I said, "Why are you having this work done in Mexico?" She said, "Well, if I did this work in the United States, it was going to cost $20,000. And she said, to get it done here in Puerto Vallarta, it's going to cost $4,000. She said, "So if I come to Puerto Vallarta, I can stay at a lovely resort on the beach for maybe $2,000. I spend $4,000 for my dental work, and I get a vacation, and I save $14,000. And that's what happened." Okay, let's start with some basic pricing. I just wanted to cover 2 things. Teresa is at the dentist right now, and she's getting a tooth implant. Yes, a tooth implant. And I went on the internet and I looked up tooth implant prices in major cities in the United States. I started out with the most expensive city, and in New York, to get an implant, it's going to cost you $3,500 to $6,000. Today is November 20th, 2020. Implants in Cleveland, Ohio, $8,000. In my hometown, Columbus, Ohio, an implant is going to cost you somewhere between $2,500 and $4,000. Los Angeles, California, $2,250, which surprised me. I thought it would be higher. Okay, what are we paying for Teresa de Anda's implant today here in Mexico with the best medical facility that they offer, we're going to pay $397.46. That's what we're going to pay today. So pretty much it's $400. Again, Cleveland, $8,000. Columbus, Ohio, about $3,000. Los Angeles, $2,200. New York City, minimal $3,500. What's another common thing that people have done? People get crowns on their teeth. So I looked up the average cost of a crown in the United States is $800. I did see prices of $1,200 for a crown. All the crowns, and I have lots of them in my mouth, cost me $200, a saving of $600. But let's go to something even more basic, getting your teeth cleaned. Getting your teeth cleaned in the United States, the national average is $120. On the average here, in all of my experiences in Mexico, the average is about $30 to get your teeth cleaned. And at this place where I'm going to refer to you to, at the end of this video, the cost was $11. So I just want to share with you a bit more of my dentist experience in Mexico. My father always told me, son, if you get an attorney, you want an old attorney, okay? But if you get a doctor, you want a young doctor because they know all of the new stuff. So in Puerto Vallarta, I had a dentist. She would clean my teeth. Pretty much that's all she did. She was about 30 years old. She had all the high-tech new dentist electronic gizmos and x-ray stuff, you know. And she did very well. But then when I moved to Guadalajara, I lived with Teresa, and we found a dentist 2 blocks from her home. It was a young guy. He was about 30 years old. He had all the high-tech stuff. He was a dentist geek. And the cool thing about him was he would play really cool jazz while he was working on my teeth. We would have great conversations. He probably put in 3 or 4 crowns at $200 each. But the thing is, with the dentist in Guadalajara, they could get the crown all prepped and sized, but then they would have to send it off to a laboratory, okay, which was fine. He would say, come back next week. He would put some artificial thing on, and then when I came back the next week, I would pay him half the money up front, half the money when he was done, and it was always a very good experience. He left town, so I had to get another dentist, and I went to Teresa's family dentist, and that's a big family. And she was young. She was about 35 years old. She had all of the high-tech gear, and her crowns were the same prices as his crowns, about $200, $220. And she didn't speak any English. The other guy that left, Carlos, he spoke English, but she didn't speak any English, but I do, so that was good. But she would always play Frank Sinatra or Elvis Presley the whole time I was there with her. She would get the crown all prepped up, and then we would have to wait for the crown to go to the laboratory and then return in a week. So that was good. That was all good. And then we moved to Lake Chapala, and we didn't have a dentist. So one of our neighbors hooked us up with a dentist. He's in El Centro. And we went in there, and the guy's like 70 years old. We got our teeth cleaned, both of us. And it was only $30 each. And then I needed a root canal. And the guy treated my mouth like he was an auto mechanic. He didn't care if you had pain. He didn't care. It was like I wasn't even there. He didn't wear gloves. He wasn't friendly. And he did bad work. And so I told Teresa, we're not going to him anymore. We're finding somebody new. So we were taking a little journey outside of Lake Chapala, and we saw this dentist building. It looked like the Best Buy of dentistry. I mean, they had big signs, big pretty signs, and So we called them up just to get our teeth cleaned there to see how it would go. So we got our teeth cleaned, both of us at the same time, because they have about 7 dentists working in this place. And I said, well, we were all done. I said, okay, how much is this going to cost? And they said, well, it's going to cost 450 pesos, which is like $22 a person. No, wait, that's like $10 a person. I'd say, okay. So then I told them that I had a pain and one of my teeth was bleeding, and it was the one where the old guy, the old dentist, had done the root canal. And they did an x-ray. This guy had a laptop with an x-ray extension from the laptop. And he said, oh, this guy did a really bad job. It's going to work, but he did a really bad job. You don't need another root canal right now, but let's wait on that. So that's how we got introduced to the place that I'm going to tell you about in just a second. I have pictures of the place. All of the dentists are young, very friendly, well educated, and all of the dentists are bilingual. They all speak fluent Spanish and fluent English also. And as a bonus tip, I'm going to share with you an excellent restaurant with photos next door. So if you're going to this place with a friend or with a loved one, this place you can go and sit out in a wonderful outdoor garden, eat great food, and watch the donkeys at the restaurant. So that is my experience with dentists in Mexico. So now we're going to move on to the part that you've been waiting for. Who are these people? How can you contact them? And here's the part you've all been waiting for. What is the website number? What is the phone number? What's the name of the business? Well, here we are inside the lobby. All of the receptionists speak perfect English. You can call in and ask them any questions you would like. It's a very clean place. They have upstairs facilities and a downstairs facilities. About 8 dentists there all of the time. Here is the car. They will come and pick you up if you are fairly close to their location. This place is located in Lake Chapala and Ajijic and Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Here is the front entrance to the place. You can see all of the information is there. The web address, the telephone number. I'm going to let this image stay here for a while so you can write this stuff down, and I'm going to type this information over the image so that you can see it more clearly. As a final tip, here is the entrance to Eve's restaurant. It's right next door. If you're facing the dental office and you look to the left, you'll see Eve's sign. It's only like 20 yards away. The food is excellent. They have indoor dining and outdoor dining. So I hope this information is helpful to you. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, ask any questions, and we'll be coming out with more wonderful videos about Mexico, and so please hit the subscribe button. This is Bill the Geek signing off.